everyone, my name is Nisa and I am from Group Diamond. Our group will represent to you the topic from chapter 2, which is an absolute value. My friends and I will explain to you about the definition of absolute value, the formula of equalities and inequalities, and the real-life application of absolute values. So, stay tuned guys! First and foremost, what is absolute value? Absolute value is the distance from zero. The absolute value just like a distance and it is always positive. Let me show you some example. What is the absolute value of negative 3? It tells us the distance of negative 3 from 0 in a number line as negative 3 is 3 units away from 0. Its absolute value will be 3. And what about the absolute value of 3? The number 3 is also 3 units away from 0. The absolute value of 3 will also equals to 3. So, it clearly shows that the absolute value will always be positive. Next, there are 3 formulas to find the absolute value of x. Let me explain to you how to use this formula. Let's go! So, if we take a look at this question, our aim is to solve the value of x. But we have to remove the modulus first. By using this formula, we found that to remove the modulus, we have to put plus minus sign to the single numerator value, which is 7 is the single numerator value. Next, from this equation, we will separate it into 2, which is, we could find that the single numerator will be positive in the left side and negative in the right side. Finally, after we solve it, the value of x will be 10 or negative 4. For question B, we have to solve the absolute inequalities when x is less than 6. By using this formula, it will become negative 6 is less than x plus 1 and x plus 1 is less than 6. Next, we will divide it into 2 equations, which is negative 6 is less than x plus 1 and x plus 1 is less than 6. Then, after we get the value of x, the final answer we could be negative 7 is less than x and x is less than 5. For question C, we have to use the formula when absolute value of x is greater than a. For this question, when we remove the modulus sign, we will put the symbol of positive and negative at the one that has modulus, and we will separate it into an OR. After we solve the both sides, to combine the solution, we put it on the real number line with the operation of OR or union. And the operation that we have to do is OR. So, for the final answer, we can write the answer in solution set or in interval form.
Hi guys! So today I'm going to show you 2 absolute value real-world applications. First, we have engineering application. Let me read the question for you. Sydney Harbour Bridge in Australia is 1,149 meters long. Because of changes in temperature, the bridge can expand or contract by as much as 420 millimeters. Write and solve an absolute value equation to find the minimum and maximum lengths of the bridge. From the question, we knew that the optimum value is 1,149 meters, which is also the midpoint value, vary by 420 millimeters or 0.42 meters, which is the distance from midpoint value. From the information given, we could create an equation, x minus 1,149 equal to 0.42. Then, separate the equation into 2. After solving the equation, we knew that the minimum length of the bridge is 1,148.58 meters and the maximum length of the bridge is 1,149.42 meters. Next, we have communication application. Let me read the question for you. Barry's walkie-talkie has a range of 2 miles. Barry is traveling on a straight highway and is at mile marker 207. Write and solve the absolute value equation to find the minimum and maximum mile marker from 207 that Barry's walkie-talkie will reach. Same like the question before, we knew that the optimum value is 207, which is also the midpoint value, vary by 2 miles, which is the distance from midpoint value. From the information given, we could create an equation, which is x minus 207 equal to 2. Then, separate the equation into 2. And after solving both equations, we knew that the minimum mile marker that Barry's walkie-talkie will reach is 205 and the maximum is 209.